And my PC blue screen, but I'm back now. Oh, where's my webcam? I'm sure I'll be back in a moment. I blue screened, like literally, I blue screened. Just PC. It's all, as you know, when you reboot a computer, everything's loading again. And I've asked, it's like, hey, hey, hey. I'm only going to be here about half an hour. Well, how to lose your train of thought. I'm not sure I fixed it. I did put some prints in though, so... no outstanding files to save. Cool. Okay, let's get back in the world, and while I do that... While I get to that, I'm like, my phone just blips, and someone's messaged me on Google Talk and I can't find the Google Talk window. So I asked a problem on Unity Answers a week ago, and it says 2 days ago, it's lying, and no response. And now my cursor, there we go. Yeah, I got a bad page pool error or something. Yeah, Dropboard, isn't that a motherboard or something? Like, I've seen people talking a lot about it, and quite frankly, I haven't many intentions. I don't give a shit. But I'm like, okay, like all the patches. I'm like, patches to what? Because if this is a Windows patch, I hate to break it to you, but most people won't bother doing it. And in fact, quite frankly, no matter what sort of patch it is, most people won't bother doing it. Player is now in room 0. Player is now in room -1. So when I'm in room 0, at this point, I would have expected every single segment to go, oh, wait, and then flip. So, man, my mouse cursor is so jerky. So, the player has spawned and how it's true. So current room ID is 0, our room ID is -1, so therefore we are not in the same room as the player. Right. Are we initialized? Yes. Are we in the same room as the player? No, correct. Are we out of view? Yes. Okay. Right, well, I don't mean to call you a liar or anything, Mr. Game, but how... Oh, got some rocks under the ground. How can you... What about you? Inspector. Alright, let's just... It might be that stuff's out of range. I need to put this in earlier. Where's the debug me? Oh no, I got rid of it. That was stupid. Oh well. It's probably that it's out of range, so it's not getting down to here. No, but it's not out of range because I can see it. So it's obviously not that out of range, is it? Because it's like the code seems to be working great, but only for segments I'm basically standing in. There we go. This one's like, oh no, I'm set wrong. So players in room 0, everyone else in room -1. Thanks. But yeah, Dropboard, I mean, how are they expecting people to patch their computers? Because as I said, they won't. Like, all the servers and shit will get patched, but like, I've no plans to update my computer. Particularly. I will, but... Cool, Harker, the last one went down briefly. I'm stopping in half an hour or so. Yes, I am the dev of FortressCraft. Wacko Man 6789. That looks really nice, doesn't it? That looks properly nice. I'm sorry I keep posting pictures in Discord, but it's a good place to put them, and I want people to go ooh and ah and things. But not solving my issue. And we don't have any returns. Only if the segment is queued for update. I think segment is... Oh my god. Right. Segment being rendered is this. I think segment is queued for update means that we're doing... Oh, that looks really nice. I'm really happy with how the game looks. Thank you, Wackerman. I'm glad glad you like them. Dropboard, how many people do you think are actually going to update then? Update your motherboard. I don't think out of view is calculated on a thread, is it? Maybe it is. I forgot we already do this because I moved all of the... I moved like high granularity, low granularity visibility updates off onto another thread. So this means that this stuff... Right. This is also far cheaper. This is the sort of thing that could sit on its own thread and just blip 5 times a second or something. Kohalka, it's a lot of archives because I'm just going in and out the world a lot. Okay, so if we're in the same room as the player, out of view equals false, out of view equals true. Now, if we're out of view, there are no overrides. We're not in the same room as the player. We can return. We may also wish to set our approx distance to infinity or something. Yeah, because this is actually really expensive, so I just shoved it all off on a thread and I forgot I did that. That's why there's a comment saying yeah. This is now calculated off on a thread, and only very rare segments will need the rest of this script. There you go, Megapower. Fuck you, I totally know what that function is. I totally do. I 100% absolutely always knew what that function did. It's just to say file size. Kohalka, people whine that the game took up too much space. Well, like, seriously? We do also save some time because it's quicker to open up one file than hundreds. Oh man, I'm glad you can't see my second monitor, because on my second monitor, I'm not going to give any spoilers here, the graphics coder on No Man's Sky has just linked me something and I'm like, oh, that is really, really nice. 52 frames per second though. Ooh, I'm going to look at that again. Oh, that looks, yeah, that's, for all the complaints about No Man's Sky, and I'm not going to go into that, holy shit does that game look good. At all points. The only game that I take more screenshots of is FortressCraft. It's just such a beautiful game. Ooh. It's kind of... Right, that one's working. Like, there you go. But not all of it. Right, so, well, I mean, that's kind of good. I don't quite understand, because this just quite simply sets the segment out of view, right? No ifs, no buts, totally overridden, and we calc viz 3 times a second. So if we are in the same room, oh, that's the wrong way around. That's totally the wrong way around. Yeah, totally. I'll just leave that. Yeah, there we go. I just put return on the wrong half. Oh man, that looks so good. So yeah, so I know the graphics code for No Man's Sky, and I just keep shouting at him because it just looks so good. Like, not just, well, that looks nice, but just continuously and endlessly throws up more and more and more gorgeous and glorious looking stuff. And I just look at it going, this isn't fair. So it was down to down to No Man's Sky that I implemented the current landscape system. I looked up split complementary palettes, triatic palettes, quadratic palettes, binary palettes, complementary palettes, all sorts of stuff. So we use a split triatic colour scheme. So that one you've had a few drinks. I'm kind of wondering how I've actually broken this. Like, genuinely, I think this segment might actually be knackered. There we go. Oh, we're in a room. We're not in a room. We're in a room. We're not in a room. That's pretty good, actually. The thing is, Kohaka, it's more it takes quite a long time to turn the plants off and on. So it might be quicker just to leave them on than to flip them off. They barely take any CPU. They're almost purely GPU. But that's quite cool. And I have a horrible feeling, you see, there's no visibility going on. I've actually just broken this segment. You know my PC blue screen? Yeah. Let's see what the map says. Map says, there we go. Yeah, the map's okay. Oh, that's probably cached, isn't it? It's two just broken segments, but they're really broken. Let me quit. Cool. Apart from that, I've broken my world, which is fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a biggie. To be honest, I might just twat it. I don't think it's anything to do with any of my bugs. That is purely a that was DJ Land. Yeah, segments. Now, interestingly, I'm going to delete the segments and rerun it. That's... Oh, shit, I don't want to do that. I'll tell you what, I'll check DJville, but I'm going to copy the wrong map into DJville. For whatever reason, it's wrong. I have no idea which one DJville is. I'm hoping it's still an early base game. Yeah, all the worlds that start with DJ, I feel like I'm being very pretentious. It's just that it's a prefix that will go in front of stuff. Oh man, this is an actual base. Shit. Didn't really want an actual base. Well, I kind of want an actual base, but mostly I don't. But I will put myself down a... Wait a minute. These are broken too. No, it isn't. It is. the segment the CPH is touching. Yeah, okay, this is the wrong map. This is, yeah, there you go. You can, oh, it is fixing it. Cool. You can see the correct map and the wrong map. Yeah, you can see it going, wait a minute, this is wrong. That's cool. That's cool. Dropboard. I'm down to about 1 gigabyte an hour of map data. Oh, that's good. It'll fix it. I mean, it might take a very long time to fix everything, but that's okay. We can leave it go. And I can work out what's wrong with that segment. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking. You know when people build stuff and they hide it away? There's nothing there, right? Oh, wait. There's a bunch of excavators, PTGs, and everything. They still render. Yeah, so Dropboard, the non-world data is down to 50 megs an hour. It's virtually gone. But yeah, lots of stuff will start to predicate off this. Now, conveyors are the same. Conveyors are a built-up instance render, and it's very expensive to change that. Once they're done, it's free. Curious why PTGs are rendering quite so far away. And definite. I was going to say those things need to drop, but look how far they fall. That's not right either. They don't drop those on a server. They shouldn't be dropping either. So the question is, what's wrong with this segment? Debug. Actually, I will also do cache mode. Cache mode. Set cache. Set cache mode. Help. Cache. Cache. No cache? Do I mean no cache? Is that just a very badly named do not compress? Yeah, that's really bad, that one. I mean cache only. Is that the one I removed? I'll set the compressor in play. Although I think it may only kick off. It's suddenly lit up compressing stuff. Compress on exit is the best one. My favourite one is compress when server is empty though. Right, so what's wrong with this block? Has game object true. Processing false true, false true, false true. Needs Unity update false. Unity update suspended. Yeah, so this kind of indicates some of the problems that we've got with viz and culling and things. Now, there is a possibility I can pre-assign rooms as well, so I can actually just go look. If it's above your bullet, just don't render it. Oh, there are a bunch of broken segments. So I don't think they're broken. I just think they're differently enabled. No. Let me see if they're actually there, just invisible. Yes. Oh, they're still there. They're just cocked for some reason. Okay. If I go back in, do they get recocked? Ah, okay. I actually do have a... Ooh, wait, hold on. That's... wait a minute. These are segments not queued for update. Therefore... Does that calm down? No, I'm getting hundreds of these a frame. So anything that gets to here, touch the debugger, anything that gets to here means that they are segments without an update for whatever reason. They, some objects don't have anything in them. Find all references. I can't, oh my god. Queued for update means it's got fluid in it. It means it's got an object in it. It's basically the default state of affairs. But not all of them. LB render equals false. Segment being rendered equals false. How about this one? I should fix it. I should just go, oh, I'll fix it then. But I don't, because I don't know why. So init is true. Same room as play equals false. So render should be false. So therefore, out of view is true. This is the problem with this stuff. There's too many of them. There are too many segments to debug. Way better. Oh, not better. Because they were like 50. That's a good point. I'm going to make a note in the lost it, the Trello notes. The CPH map improvement will cause serious world load on exit. Maybe we should default to no cache for the first hour, then switch to compress during play, then switch to compress on exit later on. Default to a new smart cache. That's why I'm seeing all these things, by the way, because I've just generated the entire world. I don't understand why that segment's not working. I didn't mean you to load that word. Stupid game. I'm only going to stream for about another quarter of an hour or so. I had family over this weekend, so I will be family. Not related. Someone's selling a back box and might come back to that one. I need to buy a new back box for my car this year. I don't know whether to get a nice new one or what. Okay, so this segment here, like it's working. So I put a machine into it. No, hold on, is it? Ah, that's why. Okay, so there are no machines in this segment. That's why it's not working. Flip, there we go. That's fine. Not perfect, but it's fine. So segments with no machines in them. As you can see, there aren't many of those. So anything where you can see nothing. No machines. Not many. What I don't get, because that means we're piling down into the into here. There's just too many to debug. That's the problem. And this segment, I can't. Game object true, was loaded true. Local frustration, I should fucking hope so. Unity suspended false. Unity up to date false. Detail F update false. Change true. Graphics dirty false. Processing. It's very difficult, as I said, to debug this because there's a lot of them. And I don't even know which one it is. It's probably this one. No. This one. Yes, that's the one. And it will whine at me, but that's okay. Error, how is, right. So, it's definitely this one that I'm about to hit. Attach Unity debugger. Let's see if I can solve this. It'd be nice to solve this one, otherwise I'll be thinking about it all freaking weekend. So the segment is not being rendered. However, it should be being rendered. No, it should be being rendered. So it's not. Ah, wait a moment. Got it. Got it. I need to query the segment from this. I can't assume it because this was all on the CalcViz stuff. So, public bool is room in same. Is this segment in same room as player? If is segment in same room as player. Normally we'll set this ourselves, that's fine, all well and good, but we also set the boolean for that one. So in this case, we have to use the call. If m segment dot is segment in the same room as player, we can just actually say equals as player. This segment isn't updating. I know, right? Therefore we'll need to do the room check manually. Oh man, I deleted my world with boobs in it. Oh, I'm sad now. I didn't need to. I should have just fixed my bug. I'm a bit worried it's going to cost me like £1,000 to fix the exhaust on my back box, by the way. Hold on, Dropboard says all 5. First of all, it's 4.7. First of all, it's 500 light years. Secondly, I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Ooh. There we go. So I'll turn debug off. Look at my map. It's nearly done. And is that the right map? Did it do the whole map? Or no, it isn't. No, it's just a broken bit there. And then yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not an important world. Anyway, there we go. So next week I'll be testing this a bit more. So I'm a little bit disappointed. It has to be said that I'm still seeing quite so many things. I was hoping for most of the machines to actually stop working, but we've still got a bunch of them here. So that's something I will need to address next week. So if I do a solar or extractor PTG, I'll just do a quick selection. What does it have a lot of? Some things I know won't work, you see, and some things I was hoping would. Yeah, so we have like a bunch of conveyors, and I go, hey, your room's off. Yeah, they drop in quality, which is quite cool, but not right. Solar panel, invisible, excellent. Torch, not invisible. So there are some stuff I can get some definite performance boosts out of these things. And that's good, because this means that I will be... A lot of the game already generates these things. That's surprising. But that's good. Anything that basically I can see at this point is a candidate for an optimization. And thank you for the follow, Scooter Wick. Yeah. Tubes are the same. Tubes are identical in construction to conveyors. Like, there's no difference. They just have differently visual graphics. Where the hell are the storage hoppers? There they are. Yeah. So they're all right. Well, partly. But this is good. I can do a lot of fixes here, and these will already feed into it. And this means that when we do get occlusion culling, everything will just work. So I've probably got a monster task of fixing the machines that don't work. So what happens? You'll go in, clickety click, shut the door. So you can see it all like happens over a period of time. You won't see that. That's what the airlock's for. But yeah, anything you can see now is a potential candidate for speeding the fuck up. That's cool though, isn't it? I like with the lab obeys it. That's quite funny. I'm quite surprised. But please, and there's the low load conveyors. And finally, I may or may not put a patch up. By the way, I'm not very confident about most of the stuff I did. Are we just gonna? No, Tags, you'll be inside a room. Duh. This is predicating off the flag that says that the machine cannot be seen. But not all machines are entirely 100% well behaved. And this is what I've been trying to explain, because Elfie, you were talking about, oh, if I put it behind a wall, you can't see it. And I'm like, I wish it was that simple. Because that's relying on a different system. So I'm just going to very, very, very briefly here. This is our base from patch 17. The OET does it. I like the OET obeys it though. But if I, where's the teleporter? Do teleporters obey it? I can't even see the teleporter. Teleporters do. Very surprised PSBs don't. But you can already start to see stuff you can't see. If that makes sense. Go back to our base though. There's our base. One. Page. Right. Now, I'm just going to very quickly do something that it will make the game shout at me. Back to the game view. Now, if I just disable the world, look at all the shit that it's rendering. Okay, it has to render that. It doesn't know you can't see it. That's the clever bit about rooms, you see. With the rooms, I can say very specifically, we can't see this. Frame rate has definitely gone up as well. I may or may not do the conveyors. So these are actually the instance-based part of the conveyor. But I'd say it's quite likely we have a frame rate. I thought that was slimes then. So there we go. I will be starting work on actual rooms next week, and we will see how things are. In the meantime, have fun. I may or may not push out a patch just quietly. I'll see how I feel, how risky I feel everything is. And just remember, just because you hide stuff under the ground doesn't mean it's not being rendered, because it is. All of it. Always. Being rendered all the time. Don't do it. Other than that then, I will see you guys in the next week or so. And yeah, take care, have fun, and wish me luck on my computer not blue screening. Bye.